Welcome back to the Obviously Complicated podcast. I am, as always, your host. God damn it. I'm like Caleb. I am your host, Dave Borowski. You can find me here on YouTube at Dave Borowski, as well as Instagram by the same name. As always, I'm joined by our co-host.
I'm Stevie Schaefer. You can find me on Instagram at Made for Stevie Movie.
And for his second guest appearance, our good friend, Caleb
Barge, you're right. Oh, okay. I thought you forgot my name and you were like, just tell me if it's right.
I was just doing like a weird
No, it's good.
WE announcer thing.
Yeah. Barge like the garbage boat.
Like the garbage boat.
Yeah.
Similar to your comedy career.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where can the people find you?
At Caleb A. Barge.
Caleb A.
On all social media. Every single one.
All of them.
I think.
Unless there's a new one. Yeah, I don't have all of them. I don't care for it. So tonight, Stevie and I, went to a mic that you've been going to for a while, and you were like...
Since I started going. Since I moved here, yeah.
Yeah, and you've been here for, what, like 7 months now?
Okay, actually, since January.
That's when you started going?
Yeah.
Because you moved, like...
December,
right? Early December.
And then my work project kept getting delayed, and because I don't want to go out in a new city with no money. It sucks balls. And then I was itching to do comedy, and I said, fuck it. I went in my change jar. That's what I started doing.
The old change jar.
Literally paying for the bus to change jar. Because mics are free here. So, but...
Which is a good aspect of Austin comedy.
Hopefully it lasts forever. It might not.
We'll see.
Yeah, but Little Woodrow's Slaughterhouse mic. It's an hour away from me, and I was like, let's try it. And it was awesome the first time I went.
Yeah. Well, so you did that in January the first time?
Yes.
When did you get on Kill Tony? February?
March. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't sign up until March. And people were like, why? And I was like, because if I'm rusty, and if I go out there and bomb on the internet and say, I've been doing this for 13 years, they're going to rip me a new asshole.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to get warmed up, get juiced up. And I did. When I felt I was ready to go again, it took probably like 2 or 3 weeks, but I was like, I'm going to make sure, dude, if I was 8 or 9 years in, that wouldn't be bothering me.
Yeah, but you broke a decade.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I saw what they did to that one guy who was 14 years in. They fucking destroyed. They were like, you suck. It was rough. So I was trying to avoid that. But then when I did my minute, fucking Tony loved me. He liked my set. Yeah. So I was just like, very interesting experience. Yeah.
That's sick. And Stevie's never been on Kill Tony yet.
I haven't. I've only tried to sign up like 2 or 3 times.
But I will say, I do think you're doing the smart thing about it by getting like really good and tight and being prepared.
Yes.
Before you just go up there and are like, I don't know, I just started.
Well, I was thinking about, because I didn't realize it was canceled for tonight, and so I was trying to come up with a minute. And I realized from the last time that I went and tried to sign up, and then I thought maybe I was going to tonight, it was a lot easier, even just from my most recent time of trying to sign up, for me to put together a minute. I was like, oh, it's probably these. And then I timed it, and I was like, okay, that one joke can be out, and then I had it. And I'm still not very good at memorizing my stuff, but I was like, I have that.
Yeah.
Like, the last time I actually tried to sign up for Kill Tony, I was like, okay, I gotta remember these, like, 4 jokes in this order, and that's, at least in a micro scale like that, getting easier for me, which feels like growth, which is cool.
No, that is.
Oh, I've noticed a lot of comics that just, some of them get on more often, and it's literally they're just practicing jokes, and they burn them on Kill Tony, and that's it. It's interesting. It's changed so much. I used to just fucking be like, you're supposed to save all your jokes. But now it's just like you're supposed to, it seems like you just burn them on the internet.
Well, there's 2 lanes of thought that that I've noticed with this. One people will be like, or one set of people are comics or whatever. You gotta cock it.
Yeah.
One set of people are like, he's got it on it. One set of people are like, I only put crowd work stuff up and like stuff that's only gonna happen this once.
Yep.
That I'll post that because it's like unique. It's like a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
And then I save all my jokes for like the next taping or whatever I'm doing. I'm gonna put it all out at once. And then the other like thought process is put a clip out, do whatever, and then if people come to that show, you have a clip doing this joke and you're promoting this show, do the joke that you had on your clip.
Because people will be like,
oh shit. And a lot of audiences aren't comics. You know, like us, we're like, fuck, he did that joke already. It's already out there. Like, fucking show me something new.
Yeah.
But audience members that aren't like either
inundated.
They like it sometimes.
They're like, oh, I'm inside on the joke right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that joke.
Yeah, which is really good, and they like to be a part of a punchline that they already thought was funny, because then they can feel like
greatest hits.
a part of like sort of like do your hits thing. So it's interesting. I don't think that there's a right or wrong. Allie, come on the podcast.
He's so sorry for saying that.
Jesus Christ. We're fucking 2 minutes in and it's already happening.
It's been more than 90 seconds.
Yes, it has.
I think you dropped an F-bomb at like 47.
Are you serious?
Oh, we'll see. We'll fix it in post. Yeah, do it. I'm not scared.
We're already 7 minutes in, which is wild.
Yeah. Well, like you were saying before, Jeff Dye, dude, just releases jokes like every day. Like, not from the night before. Mm-hmm. He gives his video to fucking, I don't know how he does it, but I'm assuming he just gives his video to some dude who's paying, puts it on Instagram like every fucking day. So it's like, dude, aren't you saving up for, I don't think he cares about specials. Maybe he just is like, this is not the way to do it.
Well, and there might be some truth to that too. I kind of personally want to have like the Dave Borowski catalog, like
of course,
like the discography, if you will.
Yeah.
Maybe that's coming from punk stuff. Maybe that's the Anthony Jeselnik influence, where he's like, I want somebody to be able to buy like the box set on vinyl, or on like Blu-ray or whatever. Because I think that's a cool idea. But I also, I don't know, I've gotten a lot of feedback from you and from other people that I respect. Like owner of Roscoe's, my buddy Avery, shout out Avery Hutto, very funny, very good comic, who I need to have on the pod. We'd have to put him in that seat, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to get him in the frame. He's so tall.
He's so tall.
He's so tall.
Nice.
He from the first few months that I knew him and we were doing comedy together, and we were mostly doing open mics, and occasionally we'd do a showcase. Mostly I would book him for showcases. But he's phenomenal, and he'd be like, Dave, you're like such a sweet, nice guy. And then you go on stage and you're just brutal and mean and awful. And it's funny, but he was like, I want to see more of you. I feel like the audience is more interested in you than just your clever little dead baby jokes. And I've gotten that feedback from you and from a couple other people. I was going to say Stevie. I feel like you see,
I don't count really, but
no, that's not true. But you see me through like I'm dating him colored glasses. So like when the audience.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't date you. Like when I started dating you, I didn't have I'm dating you colored glasses on. I started dating you, and that colored my glasses. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Elton John. Sorry about that.
Anyway, the point is a lot of people have been telling me, like, be a little bit more yourself on stage. Because, and the feedback I got the day before I was hanging out with you guys and we did that mic with a guy was telling me, he was like you're interesting and charismatic enough, and you're talented enough that you could just riff and talk and write on stage. And I don't really do that much. I tried it a little bit tonight, where I did a joke that I've been talking to you guys about for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I never tried it because I couldn't find it, and then I did it on stage and it worked. So I don't know. Maybe there's something there. How did you guys feel like your sets went tonight?
I did stand up to a tree.
You really got caught on the tree, man.
Dude, I don't remember it being there. Dude. Like, honestly, I don't know if they moved the tables. Like, there's something
They
weird.
probably just moved the furniture. Don't let it give you an existential crisis, man.
But it's weird. Dude, I swear to God.
You've been there.
He's like, is this tree
a
been
few
here?
times, a dozen times.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, yeah.
There was never a giant tree just in the middle of you doing stand-up, dude. I remember seeing out into the crowd. I swear to God, my own fucking whatever. I'm saying that it's weird that there was a tree there. And that's why I said, I was like, has this tree always been there? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God. What the fuck's going on? They probably just moved the tables or something weird.
Yeah.
Everybody's,
It
who knows?
was probably the tables.
Well,
or the trees are like skin breaker.
My thing that I said about it was like, dude, the host stepped on a nail, and they had to go through and pull all the nails out before the show.
Yeah.
They're not moving trees,
Yeah, I don't
dude.
think they're like really trying to landscape this area.
Yeah,
It's,
if
like,
they're
rusty
having to
nails.
yank nails out of the stage, like minutes before the mic, like
He
they're
was.
not moving a whole tree.
I saw the host and I didn't know what he was doing until he went up and he did his bit.
Yeah.
But he was like digging in between the boards.
He's a
and he was picking out screws, I guess, so
The
that people
nails,
wouldn't
yeah.
step on.
He's a good host, dude.
No,
He's
he did a
very
great job.
attentive.
Yeah, and he just,
I've seen him around too. I can't remember his name. What's his name?
Jimmy Smoltic or
Oh,
something like that.
Jimmy
I
Smoltic.
thought you said
He's a
Jimmy
very
Fallon.
nice guy.
Yeah,
I really
shout out
like
to Jimmy. He did a great job.
And it's too bad that Kill Tony's on the same time as that mic, because it's one of my favorite mics in Austin, and I can't go if I want to sign up for Kill Tony.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you gotta weigh the pros and cons. So other than the tree, how did you feel like your set went?
I didn't start off. I kind of was. I don't know, man. I'm kind of just like, I usually don't give a fuck about making people. I don't. A lot of people are like, you're not funny in the first 30 seconds or something. That's kind of me warming up a little bit, and then going into my thing. And the stuff I talked about in the beginning, there was nothing funny about it, but it built the theme for the next thing.
I
Yeah.
definitely thought you got funnier as it went.
Well, it ramped up for sure. I agree with
But
that.
I appreciated your riffing on stuff. You had some stuff you said you wanted to talk about, and then you talked about it, and it was funny.
Well, yeah, I've been told that by many comics, and especially in New York, where you start off slow and then bam. So I was like, I guess that's my style. But the thing is, Bill Hicks, 10 Rules of Comedy, if you're not going to be funny, at least be interesting. So talk about who you are if you can't really make a fucking, if you don't have anything. I walked on stage and I was like, what am I going to talk about? And I'm like, how we've been drinking too much. Then I was like, I could go to this joke, blah, blah, blah. I was talking about, also just being vulnerable, I think people respect it. Because you're going on stage and being like, I have a fucking problem. I did. And I fixed it. 18, I fucking woke up, you know?
Yeah. I liked that. I haven't heard a lot of that.
Really funny.
Like, you've talked about it.
I don't think I've ever seen you do it on stage.
But I haven't seen you do it.
I'm trying, it's funny.
It was.
People just get weirded out because it's about a catheter and a penis.
I mean, yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, it's fucking rough. It hurts. But that was a new thing. I never did that one before. I was like, I don't know if you're woken up with a catheter in your penis, but it ruins your day. You're not really doing stuff. that
You're
was, yeah.
You're not achieving goals.
So I tried that. It works. So sometimes when I do a mic, if one thing fucking worked that I wanted to work on, then that's fine. I'd walk away going, good. That's all I wanted to know. Was that part funny? Bam.
You're
Good.
workshopping the mic
Yeah.
for your new stuff,
Yeah,
or
and then-
whatever you're trying to change.
And then honestly, to be honest, I wanted to show you two that last joke I did with the fucking, because I haven't done that yet. The rape fantasies one.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to show it to you instead of just telling you fucking.
Yeah, but you wanted to see it on stage.
That's a very old one, but also it's fun. I like that one.
It's
Yeah,
good.
it's
fun.
It's one of my favorite bits I think that I've seen you do.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good. It's solid, and like what a misdirect punchline. I don't know if you want to burn it on this pod, but it's.
I think it's Kill Tony.
Yeah, you want to burn it on Kill Tony?
Yeah, I want to do it on Kill Tony. I think that's mine, because this lovely man here, he was like, don't do your AA jokes on Kill Tony. I went, okay. So that's the one I was planning. And
Why?
I don't know.
Is Tony like recovered or something?
No, I just think he's kind of, it's my jokes, but like Kill Tony's kind of like either it's bam, bam, bam. That's like a good strategy for it.
Yeah. You want to hit, get off.
Yeah. So then I was like, all right. So then I'm gonna do that one, and then I just need to figure out
like one other one to just like throw out there, burn.
Yeah, I have one. I say, do you mind me? I can say it, right?
Yeah.
I say women are the most beautiful thing on this planet, hands down. Usually everyone goes woo, you know, and then some guy said to me once, he goes, what about like nature? And I'm like, yes, but I've never walked in oncoming traffic because I was staring at a sunset. Which is true. I've gotten in so many car accidents because I've been like, that girl is beautiful. Oh my god. But I've never been like, oh, look at the fucking sun. Nobody fucking does that shit. So like that's like I was. Like,
I have had close calls with sunsets.
Yeah, so that's another one I think I want to burn. And then the final one is, I dated this girl once, but she was never happy with me ever. She always wanted more and more from me, except when I was coming in her mouth. That was the only time she didn't want more. But anyway,
that's fine.
How about you, Steve?
How did I feel like my set went?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it went pretty well. I didn't get like the biggest laughs of the time that we were there, but I got consistent laughs from when I get consistent laughs, even if they're like small and like dispersed.
Yes.
And like dispersed in time also.
Yeah.
If I have like a smattering of laughs, like a charcuterie board of laughs, I'm cool with that. I felt like it went pretty well. And I was going up with a set that the last time I did that set, I bombed really hardest I've ever bombed. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it again. Because you were like, no, this set looks good, it's not the set. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And it wasn't. It was. You're right. And I don't know what kind of like hoodoo somebody had on me that night. I don't know what it was.
It was you in the room.
Yeah, it was me in the room. Whatever. Or maybe I had the evil eye.
Sometimes you go on bad dates.
But
you know?
yeah. So I tried it again, and the fact that it went well, because I was like, I looked back at those jokes and I was like, all of these have worked before.
Yes.
All of these ones that I picked have worked. So I thought maybe it was something about the order or something like that, and it wasn't. It was just not my night. And tonight felt vindicating based on that.
You were less punny this time.
What? That's my. What I said the night that I bombed was like, this is my. Oh, you guys gonna rep knees? That's hot.
We have to scrunch in for the pod.
It's my like.
It's not gay.
My like be-real jokes.
It's the most touch I've gotten in a long time. Go ahead.
No, you guys are turning me on. You have to stop.
That's another thing we talk about. I had an ex-girlfriend that wanted to fucking love watching gay guys fuck. Do you watch gay porn?
Yes, that's the answer.
Not really.
The hesitation leaned to yes, but anyway, get back to what you're saying. We can talk about gay porn in a minute.
I'm just staring into the camera, smiling.
Don't make it weird.
Go.
We just watched Smile. I was a little disappointed.
That movie's funny.
Okay.
Smile.
We can get to it.
Go ahead.
I think I was pretty much done saying it. I felt vindicated. I felt like it wasn't my material. It was just this like ephemeral thing that sometimes I have and sometimes I don't have. Sometimes I grab it and I like hold it and I get it, like the fucking Hooters show where I got everybody like. So I know I can do that, but I guess just like, sometimes you miss.
Bombs are bombs. How many bombs have you had, Stevie? 2?
That's probably my second one, and I've had people tell me that the first one didn't really count because it was
the Sandjack mic.
I wasn't sure if we were
fucking Sandjack.
Sandjack.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna say it. I don't think it's.
Everybody bombs with that mic.
Maybe somebody needs to take like some sage in there or something. Like put some amethyst crystals in the corner, drop some salt down. I don't know.
How many times have you bombed?
I don't even fucking know, dude.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, there's no way to fucking tell.
So,
I remember
2, almost a year in. pretty good fucking batting average. Jesus Christ.
Well, the reason why Sanjak is rough is because every comic in the city is there because then they're mad they didn't get on the fucking mothership.
Is that why they're not paying attention so
Yeah,
hard?
they're drinking and shit, and they're also just like, let's get out. They don't want to be there either. It's brutal, that Mike.
I don't do it anymore.
That was the first roughest one. I would do it again. I feel like that would be a good one to flex my like resiliency muscles.
Yes.
Like, how can I go and do this and do bad and nobody's paying attention and not want to kill myself?
It's also a vulnerable.
Maybe
there's no state. You just feel you're standing there. No one's. You're literally just like. I hate it. I hate when it's like you can't. There's no way to escape.
There's no winning.
When you're on
it's
that,
like an escape room with
you're
no
literally
escape.
just like there's no like anything. You could be like, oh, this is weird fucking trees here. You know, like you can. There's something you can talk about and just riff on and not stare at people. There's literally just fucking comics waiting to go up. They're mad that you're even fucking going
There's
up.
some couches. There's a couple rugs. Nobody's going to be doing crowd work with you.
Yeah, they switched it
I've
now.
seen that fall flat.
The mic is. I think they moved it back in front of the fucking door. Like the glass door.
Oh God!
I think they stopped doing that because it was so brutal. It was so brutal. Then they brought it back, and then you're just like people sitting on couches, and you see like people who actually are big in the scene, and then people are hysterically laughing at them. I'm like, you guys are fucking bunch of fucking kiss assers. I can tell they're not that fun. It's not that funny a joke. They're like, woo-hoo! Yeah, it was funny. It's like that guy's somewhere up in the scene. That's why you're cracking up hysterically so he sees you.
The night
you know what I'm talking about, lady.
The night that I bombed at that one, there was a guy, I can't remember who it was, I wouldn't call him out anyway, but he was literally like, he was in like there was like a big armchair that was directly facing the mic, and he was in it and just like falling asleep. He was sitting there. The only guy who was like directly presenting towards where the comedy was happening was falling asleep.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's the Sanjak mic.
But yeah, tonight I felt pretty good. I felt pretty good about it, and it made me feel like I can maybe organize my sets. Oh, I liked it. Yeah. I liked it. I liked that he went and he started in with like riffing, and then he like slowly built it into his material and finished out strong. I felt like it was really good.
My favorite part was the ending joke. I really like because I hadn't heard it, but I really liked when you riffed in the middle about the tree.
Yeah. I don't like the reason why I killed Tony. Tony Hinchcliffe. He was talking about his style. It's very. I like let's say when you did your joke about what's a bucket list.
Oh, bucket list. Yeah.
I would have abandoned my joke and just talked to
that
guy.
Yeah.
Just been
well, I went a little bit more into it.
You did, yes. I would have.
I've not done a lot of crowd work, but
I started getting into crowd work because I used to get so bored of my material, and I would just be like, "That guy's interesting. Let's talk to that guy." And usually, you can just get a whole fucking set of just talking to somebody, and then you get a fan also. But I never really start my sets out like bam punch, like joke punchline. I usually am like, "What's up? How are you doing? Who are you? What's up?" I just gotta. It's also establishing dominance, being like, "I don't give a fuck. What's up, dude? How you doing?"
That's kind of why I like to do it the opposite way, where I come out and I'm just like, "Here's a joke."
People go, "Oh, yeah."
All right, you guys get how this is gonna go. Like,
that's
different ways to do it. They're not wrong.
Yeah, when you say that, it's so good because it's like get ready for this, buckle the fuck up.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But literally, when you get on the stage, you have to figure out. It's like doing a pool shot or throwing a foul shot. Figure out your pre-game thing to be able to establish dominance in 2 fucking seconds when you get on the stage.
Yeah.
Because they know you can't. Like, I'm not going to mention any names, but the one person today who was like, we saw her. It's like she was not confident. Fuck, he or she, whatever, was not confident. No,
they were
not confident. She's not gonna watch this shit. They were not confident. It was just like, it's going to be 5 minutes of this, 4 minutes of this. You know, like it's you can tell. If everybody else, because they have a lot of experience, can be like, bam, this dominance immediately. I'm the boss. You're listening to me. I have something special to say.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think that you do it in a really interesting way that it like creeps up on people, or where it comes off soft and like you're not really like.
I'm like one of your jokes. Creeps up on people.
But like, you know what I mean? It's not so aggressive and jarring, which is kind of my angle on it. That it's like you're like inviting and comfortable while being in control.
Yes.
And then like a minute or so in, you're like, oh shit, he's got me. And that's really cool.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think there's actually more similar to that.
I'm curious about because like we've established, I think in previous podcasts, like the way that you do it and the way that you've wanted to change it. But like, what do you think about?
I would say yours is the same. There's more similar to Caleb's than my approach.
Conversational.
Yeah. Even though you have quick one-liner bits, but
it'll eventually evolve that way, I think.
Excuse me. But your initial approach, like when you get the mic, you take a second. I take a second, I put my shit down, I get things where I want them to be, and then I'm like, here's a dark joke. How you guys deal with that? You know what I mean? And like, you're like, hey guys, thanks for having me, give it up for the host, you know, like doing the respectful thing. I think you could have a little more ferocity in that, but also you then like start to go into your material and it feels like an easy transition. Yeah. Whereas I feel like I'm more jarring. I don't know. You guys
interesting.
Agree, disagree?
It makes me curious what it would be like if I started out, because I've been too chicken shit to do this for the most part, but to go into like immediately go into like my darkest stuff or like most complex stuff right away. I think I've had maybe one or two mics where I did that and I wasn't sure, but you liked it.
So
yeah, well, that's kind of
I've actually thought about this. There's a girl I know in New York City. Her name is Rachel Linehan. I've been actually, this just reminded me, I want to show her to you because I feel like she's like so adorable and sweet, but then she says some fucking crazy shit. And like, it's not even that, one joke she has, it's not even that terrible. It's just like, her roommate asked her what if she looks like without her glasses, and she goes, you just look like someone who wears glasses not wearing their glasses. Also, move out. So it's like, she just says she's a sweet girl, but then she's just like, she shows the anger.
Yeah, she doesn't got that ferocity.
Yeah. I want to show her to you.
That comes out when you do your Netflix bit. Also, Netflix and chill bit.
I have a lot.
I like that the pepper is on the end there.
Yeah.
Have you heard that bit?
No.
I thought I did it tonight.
It's about pepper.
So no.
Oh.
Netflix and chill is lame.
Oh yes.
Okay.
I like that one.
Burn that one.
Yes, I like that one.
Wow, it's a phenomenal joke, but like when she's like says the punchline, it's like she's like
get a little bit angry.
And it's like, oh shit, there it is.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about my set? I did something new that I never did before tonight.
I liked it. I think it still needs a little bit in the hopper, but it went well.
What, the new bit? Mm-hmm. What about the set as a whole?
Set as a whole, I thought it was solid.
It was good.
Yeah.
If you had told that new one in the beginning,
it would have been tough.
Yes, because that is one they already have to kind of know who you are and your style and stuff like that. So, but dude, you had a guy come up to you and pay for your fucking bar tab.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
this shit.
And cool.
I mean, I've gotten free Coke before, so like I get it.
But it's the best Coke,
dude. Free cane.
Free cane. Yeah.
I'm telling you, when that happens, it makes you feel super good, and now you're all fucking excited.
Yeah, that was cool. Now you're all fucking.
No, it's good. It's happy. I think you should switch it to chasing down like an animal fucker or something. Because killing a woman is a little rough. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's how she likes it. You know.
Yeah.
So that's fair.
Yeah. You can make it work eventually.
And it's weird because your ending bit was very similar in like tone, but just like from a different weird angle, like, you know.
Because rape fantasies are insane. To me, I don't know. I just think it's weird.
It's obviously complicated.
Similar to the podcast.
But like that's the joke. I'm not gonna tell my jokes in this thing.
You know?
Yeah, no, this is for riffing and writing. I don't know. I like that new one. And if you guys are like, oh fuck, they're not even telling any of our jokes, fucking watch our sets or come to our shows.
You think you like your new one?
I've been searching for how it would work.
Yeah, I just think you should keep working on it.
I think I'm gonna keep working on it, but like
I've been 65,
trying to figure out how it was, and tonight I was like, I'm just gonna go up and I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna find how to make it feel the right way on stage.
The thing is, it's so crazy about the craziest thing about comedy is that. That's why testing it out is so rough, because you're like, I want to test some more jokes. It's like, nope, I only have one joke you can test out. This might not work if I don't fucking put all these other things in front of it.
Yeah.
Because they don't know you. So like literally you just have to keep doing it, and eventually you go, okay, it works actually there. It doesn't work in front of these other jokes. Because it might work, yeah.
Well, so that's like, how do you do it then?
Writing is
as like people who.
jokes.
So I was trying to write today, and I realized I have like, I don't know how much of it is actually going to be any good or worth doing, but I have like 5 to 10 minutes of stuff that I've never done that's not cooked. So like, what do I do with all this mush that I have?
You should be
I just like bring out like one piece at a time and introduce it into a set that I know works.
You should be going to 2 mics a day.
No shit. Okay.
You should be going to 2 mics a day and get 1 day off. I'm serious.
Okay.
How do you feel?
I've told her the same.
Like literally 2 mics a day, and if you don't get to the second one, you should hate yourself.
But at those mics, then what?
and then you give your day off Sunday.
No. But like at the, I'm saying like
where you don't go.
Yeah, exactly.
I have it's maybe almost pizza dough. Like what? Okay, so I'm going. Let's say for the sake of.
It's a metaphor.
For the sake of it's a metaphor.
With trees and stuff.
Yeah, you should be going to more mics. You should be trying stuff out new constantly.
Okay.
But you can.
How do you weave that in so that it doesn't just take
I like to sandwich it with like 1 or 2, like a minute that works, right? You do 1 minute that works. We'll get the audience on your side, right? And then for fucking 2-3 minutes, you just try new shit.
Okay.
And then when you're comfortable enough that you can grab the audience and you have like one bit that's like a 30 seconds to a minute that's like almost fully cooked, but you are excited about telling it because you found it, start with that one and then just do all new shit.
Dude, people told me, I actually watched Nathan McIntosh do it, I think. He was killing so hard that he did his new stuff. He tried something new, like the middle end. So basically, try new stuff in the middle. The beginning should be strong, like the Mitch Hedberg show.
Yeah.
Fucking sick of them. Like you should start strong and end strong, not like pancakes.
Yeah.
Start at the beginning, but again, you're fucking sick of them. Like you should you have 2 or 3 jokes that are bam that work, and then you have 2 or 3 at the end, bam that work. So it makes everyone goes, I love her, And then in the middle, you try new shit.
Okay.
Yeah. That's. They say start with your second best joke, end with your best joke. Which, there's no rules in comedy, but that is...
Except for all the rules.
Except for all the rules.
Dude, the last joke I did, the fucking host and that fucking one guy who actually likes me a lot, he fucking lost it, dude. Yeah. They were like, whoa! Did not expect it at all.
Well, yeah.
That's why I'm full of those, baby.
And I like your dismount. I didn't do it so much tonight, but I like to like build to this like high point of tension and then hit you with one punchline and then just
peace.
Whereas I like it when other people do it in this way, which I feel like both of you guys did this tonight, and I think it's a very viable way to do it. Where it's like
best spot, 4th best spot.
Yeah, that's why I fucking picked it.
I know you did.
Jesus.
I told her to fucking rush to the front. She was like, I'm gonna be nice. And then now we were 7th and 8th. I
didn't make you hang back with me. You could have done whatever.
So much. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Or maybe it's because I'm fucking good. Anyway,
No, I'm teasing.
yeah.
I'm teasing.
but like you guys both did this thing where it's like
I'll fucking shoot your farts, dude. I'll shoot your farts.
the audience is almost not sure that the joke is going to end there, and then you're like, that's it, good night, and like that's cool too because you're like leaving them wanting a little more, which is
Finishing on
That's
my,
how you
I've
pussy.
never, other than the time that I did that as on my bomb set, I've never finished with that joke. It was a longer joke. Usually I have like one closer that I finish on almost all the time.
Yeah.
And then I did a different one and people liked it.
Yeah, no, I thought it went well. Do you guys want to do
Break skis?
pee and smoke break?
Yeah, and more pizza.
Smoke and pee? We can smoke some pee? Eat some pee? Smoke some pizza?
We can do that.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I got confused.
Sick. All right, we will be back shortly.
That's like that time I dumped. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
That's like that time I dumped a whole gram of Molly into my mouth by accident.
What?
That was by accident.
Yes. All right. So I had bought a shit ton of Molly. I literally, at fucking 3 a.m, took the subway up to Port Authority. My friend sold me probably even more than a gram. Probably like 2. It was a lot. We met in Port Authority bathroom. Did it. All right. Bye. He went back on the same next bus. There was literally a bus waiting to go. He just went on, went off. So literally, yeah, that was expensive. I went back. We were supposed to stay over for the weekend. We were supposed to hang out with these girls or something. They never did. So whatever. So I just had a bunch of Molly, and it was a Tuesday night, I remember. And I came home wasted from work. Like I got drunk after work, and I was like, and I took the Molly in front of my roommate. And I wanted to just go like this a little bit. The whole fucking thing went in my mouth, and I was like, he goes, "Oh, dude." He goes, "Oh no." And I was like, I don't want to spit it out. He was like, "Dude, spit it out." And I was like, "No, I'm fucking." So I spit some of it out, and I was like, "Hey, I'll call it a loss." And I was like, "Shit." I was like, "Oh, okay, well, whatever." So I
Don't call it a loss. It's not like weed.
Well,
you get it wet, you know.
No, I spit. I literally closed it up and gave it back to him. I was like, I don't want to come fucking near this. Then we're like in my living room. It was a Tuesday night. My roommates are watching fucking Mad Men, dude. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like pouring sweat. And it's just like,
All right, Jurassic Park.
so basically,
Cat butthole is the favoritist part of this podcast for everybody.
we only told one other roommate what happened. So she was like, oh my God. She was actually my friend.
Wait, how many roommates did you have?
So 3 other roommates, and my friend was staying with me. She kind of
so
like
you have 2 roommates that are completely unaware.
oblivious. They're the ones
Okay.
watching Mad Men. They're both girls, and I'm just sitting there, just like fucking, you know, it's starting to go.
Yeah.
I'm starting to sweat, and then my roommate Chris is dying laughing. He knows what's going on. My friend Caitlin knows what's going on too. And then at one point, I was like, like during the middle of the Mad Men episode, I was like, ooh, and they were like, what's wrong with you? I just stood up and I went, I feel fucking great. And they were like, and I was like, I'll see you later. I went outside and I smoked cigarettes for the rest of the night outside, just sitting there tripping on fucking Molly.
Yeah.
When they all went to sleep, I started trying to order hookers. So I was still going, baby. No, I'm glad I didn't get any of them. They were like, well, I called one, she's like, honey, you sound like you own drugs. And I'm like, yeah, I took some Molly, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yeah, I took some Molly.
You don't usually call hookers at like 7 in the morning unless you're on something.
yeah, generally that's how it goes. Or you're very sad and trying to come up with another reason to live.
Yes, for real. There was that guy in Mexico. It was like an article that came out. He went down, he was going to kill himself, so he went down to Mexico and just started getting wasted and fucking a bunch of hookers because it's super cheap. And after a week, he was like, I kind of want to live. Like, that was in the article. I don't know why that's
What a
news.
beautiful success story.
Yeah, but it's weird.
That's good.
It's weird.
I think just getting out of the country probably makes
Yeah.
you go like,
Yeah,
ooh.
changing spaces, I think, really helps.
Change of scenery, change of pace, change
Yeah.
of
Yes.
surroundings is good.
And it's
healthy.
just really kind of impossible to do that because everything's so expensive. You can't really just go and fucking travel anytime you fucking want, which sucks. You got to design your life to do that.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
You got to get a remote
That's
job.
what we're all doing.
Yeah, basically, you got to get a remote job. You got to basically not have pay rent, so you'll have money to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then your rent money becomes your Airbnb
Fuck around
money.
money.
Gas
Yeah.
money,
Your
flight
hooker
money. Okay.
Oh my god, when I was in Thailand, oh my god.
Do we want to talk about that on the pod?
It was a pleasant situation. I loved Thailand, dude. Let's talk about this. Because, actually, I don't know, man. Because I kind of made... Okay, I want to hear what you guys feel about this.
Okay.
The person was like, please don't tell anybody because I don't want people to know. But it was at the time. And I'm not sure if she was talking about in the moment or like in general. Because if I put it on the... I've been wanting to tell the story. It's kind of a fun story. Doesn't matter.
It's just this thing.
I'm
sorry.
No, it's not about her. It's about something like... So I'll say it. I just won't use any names. I'll be brief. I accidentally hung out with the Thai mafia in Thailand.
Oh shit.
And it wasn't
That
like
sounds sick as
it wasn't anything like Bert Kreischer. It wasn't anything crazy.
You mean his one joke?
Yes. So basically, when people get like super interested, I'm like, I'm just warning you, it's not interesting. Basically, my friend and I, I'll try to be as vague as possible. We went to Thailand. He met me in Bangkok. We met this couple.
Yeah.
Met this couple.
We know Bangkok.
Bangkok's fun as fuck. Everybody was talking so much shit about it, and I was like, Bangkok is the shit. We stayed in Chinatown. We had real Chinese food. Sweet and sour chicken is made with fucking pineapples. Not this high fructose corn syrup stuff. I don't know why I did that. It's like I bored of my own fucking voice. I was like, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Yeah. So basically, we fucking were in Thailand. We're in Bangkok, and we just met a sweet couple, and somebody they knew worked at a tattoo shop, and also it was a bunch of people who worked at the tattoo shop also were in the Thai Mafia, which probably means the tattoo shop was probably owned by the Thai Mafia. And we were just out partying with them. It was gonna be our last night hanging out with them. They loved us so much. We really liked them. You know when you just meet it's like when I met you, we were just like friends instantly.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that. They fucking loved us. Okay, by the way, fuck man, I don't want to reveal too. I'm telling them everything. It's fine. I already did it. They're not gonna care. They're not gonna care. Yeah. So basically, the last night, she goes, Caleb, can I tell you something? And I was like, yeah. They both spoke English, but hers was a lot better. And she was like, just to let you know, we're friends with the Thai Mafia, and we just want you to know that because we like you, and we want to be honest with you. I was like, I really appreciate that. I was like, are they here now? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, all right. I hung out and drank with the Thai Mafia. They were the nicest guys ever, dude. They were super nice. I did cocaine. I don't think one of them, but I did cocaine with a member of the Hells Angels in the bathroom. And cocaine is super illegal.
I used to deal crystal meth to the Hells Angels.
Yeah, they fucking...
And the pagans.
It was this French guy, and he literally was like... we're talking about comics. He goes... we're talking about his life. He goes, I'm banned from my country. And I'm like, all right. A lot of French dudes in Thailand. A lot of French dudes. They all go to Thailand if they've done some shady shit, I think.
Yeah,
so basically, he had a nice, big-ass motorcycle. It was pretty cool. He spoke perfect Thai. Like, he'd been there a while. He's like, I can't go back to my country. So he's like, Thailand's the country I'm staying. Basically, and then we're talking, and he goes, about comedy, and he goes, I like Big J. Okerson. I was like, you fucking know Big J. Okerson?
Hell yeah, dude.
I was like, hell yeah. And he was like,
tried to get me to take Molly one time when I was hosting for him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
At Helium in Philly.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And he was like, what are you, some kind of pussy? And I was like, tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
to the husband, so the place we went to, so basically the bar was a video game themed bar. So basically, just they have video games set up and you can just fucking play them. They're all basically boxes built with like, you can basically
like that
play
shit in Blockbusters back in the day, but like with a seat.
Yes, you can literally just choose any game. They have like projectors. It was a cool bar, and the wife was always bartending, and then there'd be their kids there. It was like a daughter and a son. They'd be hanging out coloring and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the husband, we'd be like, "Where is he?" She's like, "He's coming. He's at the tattoo shop." He would come, just like we'd be like, "Yeah," we were like, we loved that guy. He was so fucking funny, and he would just get in the back, and we just start doing fucking nitrous, dude. Like in the bar, he loved it. He'd be like, she'd be like, "Can you pay attention to the customers?" He'd be like, "Oh, that's sad." Dude, and my friend Rob was like, "Dude, this is ridiculous." So his fucking kids are literally sitting there coloring. He's just like, "Whoa, whoa." Dude, he loved the nitrous so much. And we were like, he's like, "You want to do one?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, one in Rome, dude."
Yeah.
And I started, dude, I would just start hysterically laughing because he'd be like, "It's good, right?" Ooh, oh. And then my friend Rob was like, "It's stupid, I don't want to do it." I was like, "Dude, just fucking do it once and see what it's like." He started hysterically laughing. He goes, "It's so stupid." And I'm like, "That's fair."
Yeah, it's
like,
dumb. It's the dumbest shit ever.
yeah, then the nether night, it was our last night hanging out, there was so much nitrous, dude. So much nitrous that people were just like, fucking popping their nitrous balloons with cigarettes by accident. Like they were filling it up and they were like, and they were like wasted. Dude, it's like, it's fucking cool. And then this lady boy was our server, and she kept being like, "Give me a tit," and she had big, juicy, fake tits, you know?
Yeah.
She was a lady boy. And then this one time she was like, I gave her a tip between her tits at one point, and then another time she was like, "Tip," and I was like, she was having another one, and she opened her pants. So I just took the one between her tits and I put it down her pants. She's like, "I meant more." And I was like, "That's what you're getting, dude." I looked down, I didn't see anything. I was like, I really want to see fucking hard, furry cock. You know what I'm saying?
Hard furry cock. That's incredible.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
so-
they're really good at tucking.
Oh man.
Probably extremely good in it.
Yeah.
But it was,
Which is impressive.
Thailand is fucking awesome. If you ever get the chance to go, I would highly recommend it because
Oh, I'd love to.
it's super cheap. The only thing expensive is getting there, obviously. And meals are $2. $2 for a meal. Yeah. But also, yeah, it's just, you will literally be exploring the city and you'll make a left turn down an alley and be like, "Uh-oh." And it's just literally fucking ladyboys lying the fuck up outside bars. Just being like, "Hello," you know, like, and then they are strong. They'll grab you. That's a big thing in Thailand too. Is the women will grab you and be like, "No, come on, come with me," because it's like, it's, yeah. But
Yeah, I don't like that one bit. But that's probably because of the rape. You know?
yes, probably. my friend Rob and I, we were walking by. We went by this BDSM club, and this old Asian guy was like, "Come in, we have a special." And then my friend Rob was like, "No thanks." He fucking whipped him in the ass with the leather thing, and he was just like, "What?" And I started dying laughing, dude. I was like, "He just fucking whipped your ass with a leather strap thing." It's amazing. But dude, there's one thing in Bangkok where you literally walk in. It's literally a strip mall sort of situation with like a courtyard in the middle, and then like 3 layers, and it's just fucking sex. It's insane. It's just every store is just women, and you're just walking around just looking because you're like, there's nothing like it. It's insane. And then you go to one place and sit down, and they're like, "You want to get boom boom?" And I'm like, "No, I'm okay." And you have like fucking.
Do they literally call it boom boom?
They called it boom boom to me.
That's fucking
And I was like,
incredible.
"Well, yeah," and then literally there's a fucking hooker making out with a Japanese businessman.
This is like
right
your
next to me.
Doug stand-up special is just talking about your Thailand trip.
My friend Rob was like, I think he thinks like prostitution is morally wrong, so he was not into exploring it. I was like, "Dude, let's go out and see this. This is what this country is like super fucking famous for. I'm gonna experience it."
Yeah,
And also there was
get after it.
There was also sex shows where you just like appreciate women, you know, and then they're up there doing stuff.
I'd go to a show.
Yeah, you
Well, I mean, like, you know, I'm gonna fucking eat the cuisine.
I ate
Like,
a lot
go
of
to
cuisine.
the country. You know what I mean? Like, why would you not? What do you mean?
I'll admit.
Was it like all the things you can like, experience all the stuff you can experience?
It was
I don't know.
it was fucking awesome, dude. And it was just literally everything was super cheap. But just
Right.
like
a way less cool situation with my first ex worker. You know what I mean?
do you want to talk about? Is that what you're segueing
We
into?
can. I don't know. It
Speaking of
doesn't matter.
segues, real quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
That was the best segue
That
I've
was
ever
a
fucking
fantastic
heard.
segue.
No, you're supposed to go. Yeah. He's Yeah, it's
I was just being gay. I was being gay
That's from-
turkeys.
that's
I don't know what what is that?
That's from Chappelle. Like, give me some.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's very similar to like and then I fucked his wife in the ass, Lopez. You know. Yeah, it's like that.
Ain't no damage around here.
Segway.
So the guy that invented the Segway, you know, the big scooter that goes like that.
Keep it rolling.
He
Oh my god, Dave, come on, what are we gonna do? No,
he died
So good.
driving a Segway off of a cliff. He was doing a demonstration and he accidentally went the wrong way.
So I want to know why he went the wrong way. He's like, Google Maps is like, don't go that way. There's a cliff there.
I think he just like leaned a little bit wrong or something.
Oh, and he just went on and fell off the cliff.
Yeah.
That's definitely irony. Like crazy.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That's pretty much just the whole. It's a short story. It does. It makes me like I'm not gonna have occasion to Segway near a cliff anytime soon, but it makes me even nervous to do it like on a street, because what if I'm like, okay, it's gonna go this way, and then I just go back into traffic.
It's like the guy who invented the toaster accidentally shot himself in the face.
What?
With toast? What?
No, with a gun. With a gun.
Also, by the way, we have these cap sheetery business that you pop.
Open for sponsors. Hey, Cap Gun.
Yeah, Cap Gun, thank you. Please give us money. And this was initially to play with our cats. They don't give a shit about it, but we have
The people.
been so fucking entertained by this. And here, I'll give you.
That one's bent. It's not
That
gonna
was it might.
Give it a whirl. Give it a whirl.
You gotta clap it. Oh, is it cocked? Oh, it's shot just crooked.
That's what happens to me.
I was.
So you were talking also speaking of people that invented stuff. You were talking about the guy who invented acid, LSD.
There's another one.
Oh,
to talk about,
also
too.
the guy who did the microwave.
Yeah, microwave.
Oh yeah, microwave guy. Maybe we want to work that out, or you want to save it for stage.
Or save it a stage. But the guy who invented it, did we just talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
No, that's why we wrote it down to the pod.
Oh, we weren't recording. The guy who invented acid,
The bike ride.
he took a bike ride after spilling it on himself, I think.
Yeah, or like touching it.
I don't remember the exact order. I think he like realized he spilled it on himself. You know, it takes like 45 fucking minutes to kick. But the thing is, I think this shit probably kicked in
faster.
Yeah, I think he actually. Okay, I think this is actually remember what I was reading. I think he fucking immediately went into fucking bye-bye mode. Like he was lying on the fucking his floor just in pure. He said pure euphoria. So he was like, this feels amazing. I think he then tried to go home on a bike and he was like, whoa. He was like, this is not. Yeah. Amazing.
When you were telling that story to us earlier on the balcony, I had this like memory of my buddy James. So like I used to live in this like shitty little punk house in the woods in Greenwood, Delaware, and it was just like a party shitty punk house. We were fucking degenerates and shit, and we lost. This one guy was like living there with his girlfriend. She was paying the rent. He was a fucking like connoisseur of music that he didn't make. He was interesting and fun and cool, and we all loved him. It was like he didn't ever have a job, so we had to be like, all right, so you're cleaning the entire house, and you're cooking everybody dinner, and we're not going to kick you out. That's kind of like the situation this dude was in, and he was great. But like somebody like in Lower Delaware, like it's not city block, it's urban and woods and bullshit. So somebody was having like a couple miles away, which is as close as as far as you have to go to get to like something else cool.
Yeah.
Down there. So it was having like a bonfire party or whatever, and everybody's gonna like take drugs and like hang out and do whatever, play music, and I can't remember who it was, but it was some fucking prick who was like 10 or 12 years older than everybody. We were all like in our late teens, early 20s. Was like giving people acid. And this guy was probably like, you know, a wastoid in his mid 30s. But still like selling drugs, not like trying to follow their dreams like us, you know. And he took a 10 strip, you know, like 10 hits of acid, and like licked it and just like on the back of my friend's neck, and was just like, "Hey man, good to see you," and didn't tell him, and just like dosed the fuck out of him.
I would hate that guy.
I don't care for him. I think he had to like leave the state or for some other shit, probably because he was.
It's the main thing to do to somebody.
Yeah, well, and it's not cool. One and two, it's like fucking at least let somebody know. You know, like I think it was like an hour or two later, he was like, "I think I'm losing my mind," and somebody had to peel the 10 strip off the back of his neck and be like, "Dude, somebody dosed the shit out of you."
Yeah.
And he was like, "I gotta go home."
Yeah.
And
nice
all he remembered, because he like rode his bike to the party, is him getting on his bike, and then he remembered like riding his bike to my house, and it was 3 days later.
That he rode his bike to your house?
Yeah.
Oh.
All of the rest of it is gone for his memory, you know.
Oh.
So he just shows up. He's been missing for 3 days, and we're like, "Where the fuck is he?
Oh god.
Like, what's going on? Does anyone know if he's okay?" Like,
Yeah.
he went to this party, and like the people that like were our mutual friends, or like people that lived with us that like went to the party. They were like, I don't know. He just left on his bike at some point, like, you know, in the middle of the party, and then no one's seen him. He shows up on my bike and was like, "Where have I been?" And I was like, none of us fucking know. We've been worried about you. And he kind of like developed a twitch and like wasn't ever quite okay ever since.
Damn.
Thank God he wasn't on a Segway, huh?
Thank God.
Maybe he was on acid. Maybe
Apparently-
Mr. Segway.
Apparently he...
I don't know his name.
And I'm not going to say his name because allegedly what happened is he robbed her liquor store and then gave the money away to a homeless woman and only took a Mountain Dew. And then got like almost arrested for like breaking into a Goodwill at like 2 o'clock in the morning just for shoes, just to replace his shoes.
Yeah.
And then like rode his bike through like the woods to get away from the cops. They never found him, apparently. And the only reason we know about that is because one of our friends worked at that Goodwill. And then the next day we have no fucking idea what he was doing. And then he just showed up and was like, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, because
like, what the fuck?
Because
man?
when you're tripping, all laws of society doesn't make sense.
No, yeah.
So
I was
you're
gonna
like,
say,
I
we
need
a trip
shoes.
sitter, like for
I
10
need-
hits of acid.
Yeah, it's like
you need a guide.
So like I need shoes.
Tell you.
I remember I didn't know. I forgot how fucking money worked once, and I was trying to go. I was like, I want to buy cigarettes. And it was like fucking 7. It was 8 in the morning. I've been tripping. I went home, got home at like 4 in the morning, took mushrooms, and I'm fucking dumb. It was like 8 in the morning. I'm like, I want to go buy cigarettes. Well, I don't know how to do it. I forget. And he was just like, give him money. And I was like, I know, but like, what do I do if do I just give this or do I give? He's like, what do you have? I'm like, a 20. He goes, how much do they normally cost? I'm like, I don't know. I just give it to him, and then he gives me stuff back. He's like, that's what you need to do. And I was like, okay. And I went and did it. And I went and did it. I literally was just like, and then I got stuff back, and I was like, I don't care how much it is. I was like, at least I got something back, and I went home. Nothing crazy like that. But yeah, it's just you just don't realize how things work. So your friend to be, or whoever he was, I don't know, he's your friend.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
He kind of vanished into the ether.
Yeah.
Like a year or two after that. He was never quite the same, and no one knows of all my friends I grew up with and like that group of people. No one has any fucking clue what happened.
I hope he's just a shaman in the woods. That'd be cool.
He might have just melted into the simulation.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, and like, it's crazy to dose somebody, but like dosing somebody with like 10 hits of acid, and he said he'd already taken like 3. And then somebody
acid.
Yeah, and then but like they like put it on the back of his neck, like right near his like spinal column. Like, what the fuck?
That guy's mean.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Well,
I don't remember who it was. I remember like what he looked like. I don't remember his name. I'd fucking call it out. I don't give a shit. But yeah, I don't fucking remember. But
yeah.
But yeah, no, my buddy, he was never quite the same. He was never quite the same. Yeah, I know that one.
Yes, there was a folk guy in my hometown where he was like the scare tactic of people talking about acid. He goes, took so much acid, and he thinks he's a carton of orange juice. And we're like, now that I take acid, I'm like, he doesn't think he's a carton of orange juice.
It's ridiculous.
He just saw behind the veil. And
It's one of those things where like, you know, somebody put a baby in the fucking oven because they thought it was fucking food. They thought it was a turkey. And they were like, nobody on acid fucking did that.
No.
I will tell you this though.
They were probably like, oh, this baby's
They
gonna
might have
freeze
let that
to
baby
death.
crawl out a window or some shit. Yeah.
Or the baby's gonna freeze it, and I need to put the
Don't
oven on
understand.
warm to keep him warm.
No, the whole thing about the
That's
guy.
actually, I don't know. I'm not.
Oof.
Scratch that.
Oof.
No, the guy who supposedly jumped out.
You
of the
should
window
take acid in a controlled environment with people
With a trip
who
sitter.
know what's going on.
Somebody
and,
who's
and,
not
and
high.
a sober person if you're doing it the first time. And you should always do it with people that are experienced and know what the fuck's going on. However, if you do that, it can be one of the most enlightening experiences.
Be
of
safe.
your
We're
entire
not
life.
endorsing or condoning
And all of
any
these are
type
jokes,
of.
you know?
Yeah. I also think the guy with the myth that like he tried to jump out of a building because he thought he could fly. I think that was based on like the Wormwood thing from Netflix, where the guy worked for the CIA. They brought him up to a cabin. They dosed the fuck out of him.
Dose him without him knowing.
And then they
even
kept-
what acid was.
Yeah, and they kept dosing him.
Yeah.
Through because he started being like, I think all the stuff that we're doing to people is bad, and they were like, so they kept dosing him.
Well,
And he was like, I'm gonna tell everybody, and then they fucking threw him out a window.
They had these meetings
in New York City, in a hotel,
Yeah.
And then they were like, he thought he could fly because he was on acid or some shit.
Yeah,
covering
the family
covering
of
their
that guy is
horrible
like
shit up.
he would never.
Well, yeah, because he was doing.
He would
all
never
this-
have committed suicide.
Yeah, he was doing all these. It's
He
funny.
wasn't stupid enough to fall.
It's funny how some people have moral.
Oh, does that remind you of a fantastic comedian
Yeah, of course, duh.
Who?
calling out horrible things and was never going to kill himself, and wasn't stupid enough to fall?
Oh, Bill Hicks. Oh, Trevor Moore.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Bill Hicks had cancer.
Yeah.
Not that somebody can't give somebody cancer.
There's literally something I saw on Friend of
But-
Files. The only chemical it does is give you cancer. It's the only thing it does. If they have it, they're like the only thing this does is it gives you cancer. If you're human, you take it, you get cancer.
What is it like
give you
Red Dye 40? What is?
I think we actually have
Let's
this
say-
guy. I think
That's
that's
ADHD.
yeah.
I give you three guesses to say who developed that chemical. The first two do not count.
It developed what chemical?
The one that just gives you cancer.
CIA
Ah,
Yeah,
that's the
CIA.
correct. That's the correct
or
answer.
the KGB.
I actually think that they would just shoot you. I'd be like, don't ask questions.
I just think it's so interesting that basically the CIA and the KGB were both created after World War II because they both were like, yo, we just grabbed a bunch of Nazis and so did they. These are our enemies now.
Well, you know what's
They're gonna try to take over
We
the planet.
were working on this common goal,
You
but
know
now
what's
that's over.
wild?
Yeah.
Is
They
this
were
is some real shit.
boys during World War II.
Well, this is some real shit.
They both wanted out.
do your research, and this is also maybe the conspiracy
Are we on to the conspiracy
Part-
section?
If I do
section
this
of the
fast
podcast.
enough, it fucking looks crazy, dude.
is
Stretch that
that
neck
during World War II, fuck, what's his name? Hoover?
Hitler. No.
Well, Hoover, like the
President?
yeah of the
Was it
U.S.
Eisenhower? Truman?
Truman, I believe. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Truber?
Fuck it.
Human?
We need to,
Truman.
if we're gonna have detailed conversations later, we need to fucking person this stuff up.
Stevie's literally doing it.
No, I was going to. I'm still on the thing. I was
Whatever,
looking up
it's
the
not gonna be
LSD.
me.
Can you look up the
Cool.
president? Because we're so
LSD
fucking dumb.
day.
Can you look up the president during World War II?
It was
Pretty sure it was
Truman.
Is it Eisenhower?
Pretty sure it was the guy in a wheelchair, wasn't it? He put the Japanese people in the fucking internment camps during World War II. It was some white guy.
Okay, so Truman
Ain't
became
no black president, I can tell you that.
Truman led the country through the final stages of World War II.
Okay, so who before that?
Eisenhower, probably.
I believe so. Either way,
You have nothing to fear. What fear to? Wasn't it he said that?
yeah,
I thought that
think
was
we're
a-
fucking everybody up. So
History lessons with people who don't know what they're talking
yeah,
about.
we're fantastic at this.
Yes, it was Eisenhower.
So
Eisenhower.
like released like a thing. I don't know, whatever presidential, whatever the fuck. I'm fantastic at this.
We're basically like CSNBC right now, you guys. Like history portion.
This is a comedy podcast. No one should take any of this shit seriously. You should have no criticism for Joe Rogan fucking it up. Because
I should have no criticism
right now.
We should. Who should?
All of us.
Let not
All-
ye cast the first stone, or something, right? I don't know. Did
Or
I just
something.
misquote the Bible there?
Yes.
I'm just adding to the bad history.
Yeah. So we're all on the same page.
One time I pointed a gun at my friend. Sorry.
They're all jokes.
Trying to say it.
But no, so Eisenhower
Oh, okay.
was like, hey,
wasn't loaded,
so we need to come up with a group of people that can like be above the law and spy for spies, like figure out if like there's any like internal spies and stuff, and do basically the same shit that what is the
Dude,
fucking secret police in the Nazi party called?
Gestapo.
The
SS?
Gestapo, yeah.
Oh, Gestapo.
And they were like, but we
Gestapo.
need to limit it to war times and war times only. Yeah, here we go. This is totally true. I'm fucking up all the facts and how to tell it, but this is
Totally
it's
true. Fucking up the facts. Totally true.
Yes. And so they created a group of people that were politicians and businessmen and stuff, specifically in Georgetown in D.C., which is a very a rich, affluent neighborhood within Washington, D.C. And they started to fucking plan weird ways to spy on people, at home in America and overseas, and it inevitably won the war because we out-Gestapo'd the Gestapo. And then
We
they
were
were
like,
like,
Gestapo.
all right, now we have to get Gestapo in them.
some drooling myself there.
But then, Project Paperclip happened. We,
Yes.
absorbed a bunch of Nazis, really smart Nazis and Gestapo members.
Yep.
And so did the Soviet Union.
The rest of them went to Argentina.
And, allegedly a lot of them went to Argentina. Why hasn't that gotten to be such a superpower? Anyway, and then they kind of already let the cat out of the bag. So when they were trying to be like, all right, we need to disband this thing. It doesn't have to be a thing anymore. They were like, all right, well, what about this thing? And the prevalent thing at that point was mass murderers. This was before they called them serial killers. And that was part of the reason why the FBI got started. And
Sequence killers, they used to call them.
sequence killers came after mass murderers.
Oh, okay.
Because they
There was the guy with the tower. Yeah.
Well, that didn't start to happen until these people started to fuck with people until a couple of decades later.
Yeah.
I think.
So what's the timeline that you're on right now?
So when the FBI got started was, I think, towards the tail end of World War II or directly afterwards.
Okay.
And then the CIA didn't started for over a decade after that.
Yeah, tell me.
Because they were like, no, we need less government restriction. We need more control and more secrecy. And then it's become Gestapo. Now we have and the pace that we were doing it had to get outpaced or at least matched by the Soviet Union. So like now we're have two competing Gestapos rather than one just being awful. I really showed my northeastern accent there.
No.
Awful.
I'm thinking about something.
So it started to build to a crescendo, and then you have like things like MK Ultra and like like now they're like putting drugs in water and stuff, and like fluoride and stuff is increasing, and we just have to allegedly we just have to kill them all, start fresh.
Do you know that they really think the reason why the Nazis were so able to fucking dominate so many things is because they were all on fucking meth and they didn't sleep and they were able to do much more activities.
Yes. Yeah.
So they fucking did. Dude, Hitler was on.
Dude, they're making like super soldiers in America right now.
It got to the point where I think the UK was like, all right, we're not gonna give our soldiers meth, but what about
Adderall?
The other one.
Amphetamines, some kind of,
amphetamines. Instead of methamphetamines, how about amphetamines? It's basically the same fucking thing.
Without like a methyl group.
Yeah.
Without methyltritiptamine, which is also psychoactive. So that also has like hallucinogenic effects,
yes,
which can make you a little bit more mentally susceptible to brainwashing. Whereas amphetamine by itself is literally just the pure upper that gives you drive and motivation.
I think I did meth by accident.
I've done it on purpose.
I will never do it, hopefully on purpose.
Yeah, it's one of those things I never want. So what happened with you when you did it?
Oh, it like made me feel like invincible and
Sounds
also
good.
super clever. And also like I understood that everything was like a grimy little shithole, so I just like had to like get over it. But then my friend like blew his brains out right in front of me, so I was like, I gotta fucking stop.
Yeah. I was getting Molly from this guy.
Molly is an amphetamine.
Yeah, but
it's got other properties to it, but it's very, very close.
So
why does this always get into like a science class about drugs?
'Cause
I know this shit way more than I know like names of presidents and dates. Is that a bad
Yeah, it's like I'll never forget a drug's name. But what was the president? The last one? Obama. No, it wasn't. Trump. Whatever. Anyway, I did it by accident.
We haven't had a real president in over 100 years.
I basically, this guy was sketchy. He sold it to me. I took it. I started getting super fucking paranoid, dude. Like, I've never gotten paranoid on Molly before. Molly makes everybody, ooh, it feels great. I started getting fucking paranoid and making stuff up in my brain about stuff. Like,
yeah, it sounds like that.
Yeah, so then I was like, okay, I heard weed makes it like better. I smoked weed. And I didn't really smoke weed back in the day. I got the most, it was like meth paranoia and weed paranoia mixed into one. Yeah, I wanted to vomit. There was a girl that was like begging me to come hang out. She wanted to have sex with me, and I was like, I'm gonna stay in my friend's apartment like this. I literally did this like the entire time. My friend was like, Rob, he was like, sure you don't want to go? I'm like, dude, you don't know what's going, I couldn't. So I literally heard everybody talking on the street outside. I'm just sitting there. It was a town called Rosendale. It was the Rosendale Street Fest. So every drug dealer for miles came to hang out. So, almost sketchy motherfuckers aren't good people that happen to be drug dealers. So they were, what in reality I think is when I first started getting paranoid.
No, we need like reliable corporations to be drug dealers. Those are
I'm saying no, sketchy. But like I think the reason why I was getting paranoid is because we were sitting at a table with these two girls, and every guy there was like, because all day they had been drinking and trying to get laid, and there was like sketchy dudes looking at us, and I was just like, they want to fucking kill it, and like and then when I went up into my friend's apartment, he left. I just fucking stood there in a fetal position, literally just making up all these scenarios about there's a big drug ring going through this town, all this shit, and like
most of that's probably true.
My friend was definitely not. I was like, I can't fucking trust that guy anymore. I never told him I had these thoughts because he would be like, dude, like they were offensive thoughts. Like he was a criminal mastermind. Yeah. He's fucking.
An intrusive thought is sometimes just a thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got.
Not necessarily
It was
intuition.
insane. And then another girl that liked me came up and she was like, "Do you want to come downstairs with me?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Okay." And she closed the door because it was kind of like that situation. They were neighbors and friends.
Yeah.
She could basically just knock and open the door. They didn't really care.
Would you say that you were an addict?
No.
You burned one of my jokes I haven't even grabbed it off?
No, I was prompting you.
Oh. I don't have it yet.
Oh, you trying to go from dark to light right now?
Maybe a
It's
little
like a
bit.
burnt pancake and a raw side.
Maybe you should have flipped it sooner, god damn it.
I know, man. All right.
No,
So
I'm just kidding. No,
Stevie
it's
had
cool.
a joke.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad everything's okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Stevie has the thing she's trying to work on.
I guess that's happening right now. I wasn't trying to do workshop like this.
This segment's called
I'm an addict
Stevie on
guy.
the Spot.
Addicts Anonymous. I just like can't stop going into houses up to the top floor and then to see if they have
All right,
those little
different
ladders
stuff,
that pull them. God damn it! Fuck off!
I'm kidding. I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
It's a good bit. I think it's funny.
It's
Oh, man.
definitely a pun one. But
That's the way I have a lot of shit like that.
puns are fun, dude. They can be fun.
It's
I was
just like
finding
how
that punny.
how my brain works.
Yeah. The joke I talk about is people sticking fingers up the butt. How our G spot's in our butt. I'm like, that's a bummer. I didn't even know when I said I did that. I was just like, that's a bummer. And someone got into that guy was like, ah, and I was like, all right. But I was like, I can't.
I'm actually just sad.
No, I was just
what?
like, no, I'm gonna say that's a bummer, pun intended. So it kind of makes it, because I'm not gonna go out being like, that's a bummer, man.
No, it's
I
not
feel
the
like you know what I mean?
pun
It's a
intended
one little
makes
line.
it worse.
It's a one little line. There's one little line in there.
You
Yeah,
could say it.
don't
You don't
address
have to
it.
end it on that.
Just
Also,
make
you could
a
be like,
pun
you
and
know what's
move
a
on.
real bummer?
But trust me, watch.
then flip
It's
it.
literally, it's not,
Okay.
it's not
Okay.
the, it's not even a
Okay.
punchline. It's like
Okay.
a little tiny tag. I literally was like, the original punchline was like talking about how women's orgasms, how I'm jealous of them. It's from the fucking G spot, from the clit. You can do a hybrid one. You have the A spot and all the way in the back, and you can come from your nipples. And I was like, my G spot is in my ass. That sucks. And that's when I go, that's a bummer. And then people start going, ah. And I was like, oh, I get it now. Until I noticed it, you know?
No, but
That's
I would
brilliant.
still just
But
say
it's-
it.
That's brilliant.
Like,
it's
make people sit
that's
in
That's a
it.
happy
You know, like
accident.
Yeah.
make people sit in it.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see if I can try. I've never gotten this punchline to work. I think I figured out kind of how to make it work, maybe.
Okay.
Basically, I complain about how I'm like, and no women know how to find the prostate. They don't. Unless you probably do. Your experience. Anyway, people who
I don't really like it, from all.
All right, moving on.
some women are
I'm
into
just
it.
gonna step on my rate.
Well,
Yeah.
women are into it.
You've had like 4 of this podcast.
I've had like 8 in my whole life, so.
Well, pause it.
Okay.
Pause it. Pause it. Pause it.
rolling. Keep it rolling.
You're pissing.
Keep it rolling.
All right. Basically, I say women can't find it. It's like their finger is like them. When it was their first day in high school, they were just wandering around lost. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Yeah.
don't be lost. Go to where you're supposed to go. Go to the guidance counselor, which is the prostate, metaphorically in this joke. Just go
I feel
straight.
like what's the like class bell? Because that's what you need. You need to make them fit. Like give them some motivation
To go
to
to-
find it.
Yeah, to go to class.
Stop loitering in the hallways.
What is the other punchline that I
Like
say for that?
because that's really really good.
Well, because I changed it, because I used to say,
I'm not saying you need that. I just think it would be funny.
Well, I
It's
think-
fucking funny.
so it used to be, I say, no one's watching this. I used to say, she's up there, she's just like wandering around lost, like it's her first day in high school, but nobody laughs. So I say maybe it's like her finger is like a teenager, and it's their first day in high school, and they're just wandering around lost, like they can't find it.
Like teenager instead of woman.
Well, because
Why did
I
you
don't
just
think
say
I
like
don't think
somebody
people.
on their first day in class?
That's what I say. I say they wandering around lost like it's their first day in high school. They're up there just lost, wandering around like it's their first day in high school. People don't get it. They don't laugh.
Oh, they don't get it?
They don't laugh at it. It's like the only punchline of the thing they don't laugh at.
Is it because puts them off because you're a grown man talking about high schoolers and fingers and butts in the same sense? Because that's what I was saying. Maybe you could just say class and not say high school. Because I had the same experience when I went to college, personally.
Maybe I say...
So maybe you could make it more relatable.
It's like their finger is wandering around lost like it's their first day in high school.
There's still...
But that's the thing.
Okay.
It's like a girl's finger. I'm comparing a girl's finger. Then I say like...
No, the high school part of it seems like it's important for you for the joke.
What makes people laugh is I go, is it weird I'm comparing my ass to a fucking high school?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I don't want to get a laugh.
That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get a laugh even for that. So, but then I go, what else did I go about that bit? I don't know. I have a whole. I started like stopping doing it because I don't want all these fucking comments like. That's the guy that fucking just talks about getting fingered in the ass all the time. So I didn't want me to be known as the comic who just talks about getting fingered in the ass all the time. Like, I remember I tried those jokes. I fucking did not do well. It was at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like talking about getting fingered in the ass.
There's like little kids.
There's like people from the fucking mothership at the mic, and I'm just like, they were looking. One guy was looking at me, so I was like, this is interesting. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think the whole thing about it as being gay is really dumb because it's a girl doing it.
Well, yeah, that's always felt real stupid to me. Cause like, think about like the opposite. Okay, if a girl puts their fingers in another girl's pussy or derriere, okay, great, but. Is that like you're just trying to be a penis right now? You're so straight. I can't believe you trying to act like you have a penis right now and you're just pretending with your fingers like you do.
Well, that's
like
that's the logic that makes guys think it's they think it's gay.
No, that's the right.
No, your fingers aren't. What penis goes like this?
They don't have joints. I'm sorry. It would be cool if you guys had like prehensile.
Well, yeah, one right at the bottom, but it's like once the thing fills up with blood,
can your penis do this?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, finger
no.
This is it. This is all it can do.
It can't.
That's it. That's all it can do.
It can't do the can.
Yeah.
By itself, that's all it can do. It can't. Yeah, it can't.
Imagine you were tripping and some guy took his dick out, but you really liked him, and it was just like, I like this guy, and it was like, damn, and his dick just started going like that.
What if you didn't like the like Charlie Sheen like with mashed potatoes and forks somehow? I don't know, like with his balls or something. I don't know.
Charlie Sheen? You mean Charlie Chaplin?
Yep, I sure did. Yeah. Charlie.
Can I ask you an honest question? As a lady.
No.
You're not a lady?
I just wanted to see how you would react to me saying no.
I just don't.
It really didn't seem like you thought I would say no.
I don't really.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
No, you can't talk to me about.
You can ask me a question. I don't have to answer it.
So, does it bother you at all that when men call the whole genital part vagina, even though it's technically a vulva?
Does it bother me? No.
It doesn't bother you.
Because mostly guys that are saying vagina.
We're trying not to say pussy.
And they're just talking. I know they're just talking about
But look, if a woman was walking around being like, so you guys like pee out your balls and stuff, I'd be like, no, you idiot, it's the penis.
Well, yeah, I mean, if somebody's talking specific anatomy with me.
Ocean.
If somebody's talking Pacific anatomy with me and they get it wrong, I'm not going to be like,
Most guys are probably getting it. They're talking about the whole thing.
Yeah, if somebody gets the whole thing wrong,
well,
I will tell, I know that. But it's, I mean, even I've used that when I don't mean, like, specifically that.
Yeah.
It's just a common thing. I don't know. It's like a sort of like a smattering of, like, dick and balls.
Junk.
I like the V theme, though.
Maybe.
The V theme.
Yeah, it's nice. Like women. Venus. Yeah, no, it's cool.
Venus, vagina, vulva.
Clitoris, I don't like the name of too much.
Ventriloquist dummies.
Most of the other names.
Do you guys want to talk about brunch?
Yo, motherfucker, I hate brunch, son. Brunch is something that usually women like. But Stevie has a different view on it.
I don't understand.
Because they're not usually paying for it.
I'm gonna take a different tack now, and I'm gonna say
Don't hit me.
no. I'm not gonna take it out on you. I was just gonna say like I feel like there's a lot of things like this that maybe it's because I have mostly been friends with men, and I mostly like had like predominantly male relatives and stuff around me. I've only I've been on dates with women, but I've only actually dated men. But like I feel like there's a lot of stuff like that where guys are like, oh, I don't know, it's stupid, whatever, I don't get it, it's dumb.
There's stuff like that.
And like
in general in both directions, I think.
Okay. I can't even have like a fucking minute.
Can I retract for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole vulva thing, right? It's kind of like how when you walk up to a table. Like I remember one time I walked up to this couple playing pool, and I was like, "Are you guys almost? I'm just checking in when you're going to be done because I want to. Can I play next?" And they were like, "No, you can have the table." And as I was walking away, I was like, "That was really nice of her." I just called her a guy. If I walked up to a table of dudes and they say, "Hey, would you ladies?" They would kill me. You know what I'm saying? Because women are fucking better people like that. They're just like, "Yeah, it's fine. I'm a guy."
I call dudes ladies all the time, and I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, but they will fuck you up. But people you don't know. If I walked up to a table and was like, "Hi, ladies, can I please?" They would kill me, dude. You can't do that.
Yeah, it depends on where you're at.
You can literally walk up to a table of all.
Rage level.
I think
thing.
I've actually
women,
had
dude.
more
Of all
negative
women and say guys.
experiences, like walking up to a table of all women and being like, "Hey guys."
That's new. That's new though. That's new.
Than I've ever had walking up to a table of all dudes being like, "Hey."
The girls just don't want to talk to you. If the guys are cool,
No,
then they'll be cool.
usually they're gay and they think that I'm going to steal their girlfriends. So
I said they don't want to talk.
Not sure if they want to commit to the team, you know.
I said they don't want to talk to you. Was I wrong? They didn't want to talk to you.
Well, the ones that got mad for sure, but like their hotter girlfriends probably did.
Yo, some old guy at the fucking Clicks the other night. Me and Ian were talking about where to go to meet girls. This old dude that hangs out at Clicks, just sitting in front. He goes, I forget the name of the place, so let's just call it the Bar Stool. He goes, the Bar Stool's the best place for pussy. And I was like, oh yeah, dude. He goes, best place for pussy. And I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Did you go there?
No. I was like, Ian, do you want to go? He goes, maybe another night, you know? He has a kind of the back thing. I'm trying to do an invitation. But he was like, maybe another night. He wants to go. And I was like, dude, are you sure about that? He goes,
I kind of want to go now too. I just want to see what the bar stool's
It's
about.
a karaoke place. I could probably text him and try to figure out what he said. But he literally went, best place for pussy.
Puss.
Imagine an old man who's like, oh, it's fucking freezing in there. And he walks out and sits down.
This is the portion of the pod
Best
where
place
Dick
for
Grayson
pussy.
scratches himself and vibrates the camera. Thank you.
Anyway, what were we talking about before I interrupted you?
Vulvas?
Why
Before
brunch
that.
sucks?
Oh, brunch.
I was gonna say, I feel like a part of, like, there is an element to it that's like flowers or chocolates or like bubble baths or like other things that a lot of times, most of the times, guys would think is stupid. That's it. It's one.
You know what? Honestly,
little, like.
Talk about that.
no,
for a
it's
minute.
because the
Sprinkling.
word is kind of brunch. It's not like masculine anyway, sort of. Nobody's
It's like boy crunch.
brunch.
I don't know.
It's just, you ever notice how some words just kind of match of what it is that the people usually who like it?
It's breakfast and lunch. It's literally just the words breakfast and lunch
Turn into the
squished together. What would you have called it? Lunch fist?
sounds pretty-
Is that cooler?
No.
Is that manlier for your dick? Does that make you feel better? What?
So again, it sounds pretty gay.
Brunch fist. Brunch also sounds pretty gay.
Also, I don't like
Also, it's a
going there
pretty gay thing.
Also, because the staff is miserable.
Yeah, no one
likes to work brunch.
No one that's worked at a restaurant is like, oh,
I
I
wanna work.
love the brunch shift.
Yeah, because it makes
They
the most
all
money.
want to fucking kill themselves.
Yeah, it makes the most money. That's why people will take it.
They don't.
People
it
who
doesn't
are-
always make the most
people-
money. The Friday, Saturday night makes the most money. But like,
Looking up, you're seeing what brunch is or something.
It's
I know what.
it's not good. It's
I don't
like
need
it's
to look
like
up the
hey,
etymology of brunch.
did you guys have a really busy Saturday night or Friday night where you had to be at this job until fucking, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning? How would you like to be here in another 4 hours
Yeah, I had a
to get bitched at by people breastfeeding?
I had a boss do that to me.
While they drink mimosas
I had a boss
and
do that to
order
me.
overpriced eggs.
I got off at midnight.
It was cool how you asked me about something and then. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes.
Do you have another?
No.
Well, you liked how I asked her about it again.
This is how brunch is, to be honest.
This is exactly how brunch is. And that's why I fucking hate it.
Everybody forgets what they're talking about. What was I talking about? Oh no, I had a fucking boss who scheduled me. I closed at midnight and I had to be there at 7 in the morning. I was like, dude,
Fuck brunch. Yeah.
where's the gun?
Put it in my mouth.
Where's the gun?
Immediately.
Anyway, so let's take a break and a pizza.
Yes, we're gonna take a break and a pizza and a cigarette, and we shall be back. And we're back, guys. And we're gonna go ahead and end this episode on R.I.P. Trevor Moore, R.I.P. Newsboys, Deep Boys. So what is like the one thing that you're the most like embarrassed and ashamed about that has ever happened in your life that you did? Like fuck, like I don't have any regrets, but like that was fucked. I shouldn't have done that. I'll start. All right.
Oh no.
So the
Okay.
number one thing that I am the most embarrassed and regret the most in the entirety of my life, the thing I have the most shame and regret about is when I forged a check from my parents' church, like treasury, for $1,492.73. Because I knew that if I broke $1,500, it would be a felony. And if I just made it $1,499.99, that would be real weird and suspicious. So that I could like pay for the materials I needed to continue to steal cars and do heroin. Yeah, that's worth a meow and a cat butthole.
Asterix.
Get over there. Go hang out with Stevie. You just.
It's a fucking hole into another dimension.
Into being happy and fed and anyway, yeah. So that is right at the end of my heroin addiction. I had a key to my parents' church because I was the person that booked and hosted the like music, like hardcore punk rock music show out of my parents' church.
Yeah.
And was technically slotted as a youth pastor for my parents' church. Yeah, not awesome. Not awesome. I got away with it the first time, but that money ran out, as it does when you are doing heroin and crime.
Pretty fast, probably.
Generally, yeah. And so the second time was, I think it was like 3 days before I got arrested and put in prison. I like tried it again, and the very, very kind and fantastic man who was the treasurer and accountant for my parents' church literally walked into me like forging a check with his name on it and was like, "Can I have that from you?" And I was like, "I don't think you want to take this from me. I'm gonna go do this." So he flagged it before I got to the bank to cash it.
Oh, he
You still went?
He,
Why did-
he would number?
Because I was a heroin addict.
That's
you know?
what checks are. Checks were really actually
a crazy way that you could like fake a lot of that shit and be a proficient criminal.
That's what that movie's about.
Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
Well, they caught me, so.
They caught me.
But yeah, no, that I did a lot of grimy shit in that period of my life, but that's like literally stealing from God, if you will. Like,
yeah.
Well, you know, for my parents is the real thing, but yeah, that was, you know, more than like stealing money out of their wallets for heroin and stuff. The thing that was the most shameful that I was like, fuck, this is the grossest shit I've ever done, was like, yeah, I'm gonna steal money from church. And like, if it was like the Catholic Church as a whole, I mean, that's like stealing from Walmart. Who gives a shit? But like, you know, it was my parents' church. It was a small business, you know, and it was literally my folks' thing. So yeah, no, it fucking took me years and years to like deal with like the amount of like shame and self-hatred that that made inside of me.
I know, because you feel terrible.
I do. I feel like shit about
Still
it.
think about it to this day.
I do. Almost every day of my life I think about it.
That's the thing though, is because see, that's why you are a good person. Here's my theory. Evil people, it doesn't, you can still be a good person and do bad things. It's just torturous because you're being weak at the moment.
Yeah.
So you're giving into your weakness, not being strong. Even though you're a good person, you know what you're doing is fucked up, and you're like, then it's the self-hatred is, I hate myself, I'm a bad person. No evil person walks around going, ha ha, I'm bad. They don't, or maybe they do, or whatever. But like, they're not feeling guilty about it, in my opinion.
I think that
maybe.
I think that is a good argument, except that I think that a lot of people, maybe just a lot of people that I have happened to know, have a high capacity for being able to torture themselves or feel guilty about something or feel like those big feelings that you should feel when you do bad things. They have a high capacity for them, and that can feel like all kinds of ways. Like, I should kill myself, I should make a martyr of myself. Like, it's not a good feeling, and I've been there because I've done bad things and I've felt that. But like, I think that you can go through life being a piece of shit and feeling guilty about it if you have the capacity to do both of those things. I don't know what that kind of person is called, but I have known
narcissist,
there are different labels I think you can put on it. But I've known a lot of people who like it was some like it was like they couldn't stop. It was like something about I'm just saying, like, I think for a lot of people you are right, but there is another section of people where they'll just go and do that. Like, here's how I try to relate to it, because I want to try to understand it empathetically so that I can see it and know it. But like, okay, so I do something and it's not good for me. And it's not really good for anybody else, and it's not really contributing anything. It's not necessarily a healthy way to process something. Say, like, I have a bad set and then I go on a bender or something. For hypothetical.
For a total hypothetical,
like, just
none
like,
of us have done.
I'm just saying, so like, that's just like a little starting seed for you to think about as like, if I can do that, even though I know it's not good for me, it's not good for anybody else, it's not good for my goals, it's not good for the earth, it's not like it's serving nothing except for whatever selfish thing I have right here, right now. And I can do that. And there's people, I think that I would put people that do that in small ways built up over time in the same category as the people who do the big stuff and then feel guilty about it, like don't necessarily stop.
So you're saying that these people who are inherently probably good people, but they do something out of weakness and they make you feel terrible. They slowly build up a tolerance. So
maybe. I don't know if that I think that anybody is inherently good or bad. I think there's a lot of grayness there, personally.
So here's what I'll compare it to, if I can. Also, You're gonna be real quiet in the mix. We don't have mics. We need to work on mics.
Me?
Yes. There you go.
Who, babe?
I got
it. Didn't. Oh, sorry.
No. I'm gonna say, go ahead. I have a story for you.
Yeah, well, I want to hear it. Real quick, what I was gonna say is that like it didn't start off that way. You know, like
I'm gonna buy you microphones. Okay.
Please. Like it started off as like I was like traumatized and broken and like booze or whatever made me feel better. My first real thing was crystal meth, but like and that shut off all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
And then like the like ability me to get that feeling and not having to sit in the feeling of like the childhood trauma and stuff, like new weird darker things I had to do to get to those things. And then I like, you know, stopped doing that in my mid-teens and went to a different school and you know, but like that thing crept up and like going for years and years and not addressing it, not talking about like how to deal with it. It never got resolved and it just like festered in me like an infection, like a zit that needed to be popped, and I was just like putting makeup over it and
duct tape on a wound, yeah.
Yeah, and that just made it worse
Band-Aid.
because I wasn't actually addressing it. And then
Duct tape.
you know, like eventually it was like I knew that I wasn't this like zit that took up half my face. And it wasn't until it like burst and like, you know, I had to like go to, you know, prison and rehab and stuff, that like it even had the chance to really heal. So I think that can be part of it too, but like, you know, like you can get like led down this road of like doing this is the only thing that's going to make it okay, because there's no concept of it healing. There's no concept of it actually being addressed, and that can impact and make it worse. But in the moment, it didn't feel like I was doing something wrong. It felt like fuck everyone for not seeing how much I need this help right now.
Yes, you were like fuck everybody. Because honestly, people did some bad things to you.
Yeah. Well, but then once clarity and time came into it, I was like, ah, shit, like that is so egregiously disgusting that I did that, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a strange thing, so I don't know. I try not to jump to judgment with people that are going through stuff, but at the same time, like, unhealthy behaviors are unhealthy behaviors. Anyway, what were you going to say? Your story. Your thing you said.
I got gonorrhea from a hooker.
It's immediately so much funnier than the fucking thing I was
Yeah,
gonna
mine's a real bummer. I feel like I should have gone second.
Okay, you go first.
Yeah, okay. We got a little teaser there. So it's gonna sound stupid, and I've done dumb shit, and I've done bad stuff, and I've done stuff to hurt people, but
That's good stuff.
the one that has always been the worst for me is that my mom gave me part of a novel that she had started writing and asked me for notes on it, and I was so wrapped up in my own stuff in my own life that like I couldn't take a moment, even though she had spent her whole life supporting me and like supporting my creative side and the things that I was writing. I couldn't, like, I like whited it out and I never read it, and I know it's in with her papers and stuff somewhere now, but like, and the only thing that I could think that I could do to like redeem myself in that is like help finish it and like edit it and try to maybe publish it. like posthumously for her
Mm-hmm.
as like a co-author.
Yeah.
But like it keeps like it's like I feel so bad that I never like she was excited about this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she wanted to be like an author, and then she was like, but I also want to be a mom.
Yeah.
And she let that take over for a long time and would just like do this on the side or whatever, and I just didn't.
You never got the chance.
I know I had the chance. That's the thing. I had plenty of chances.
Yeah.
There would have been, if I hadn't
Now's
been
the
up my
time.
own butt so much, like I would have had plenty of time.
Yeah.
And now that she's gone, I'm like, I should have made that time.
Yeah.
Because even if I do read it, even if I edit it, even if I make it whatever, I can never give her that feedback. Like I can never,
Yeah.
be like, hey, that was really cool, Mom. I like this, whatever.
I think that's why I think life is a joke. Because when you finally figure it all out, you die. Right? It's just like you die at the end of this thing, dude.
That might be a deep voice for another time.
Yeah, but it's like so unfair. You finally figure out life, and that's when you're just
Lights out.
yeah, you're like right at the end. But
Back to the gonorrhea.
No,
we're not finished.
that was it.
I shouldn't have played so much Star Wars Galaxies.
Yes, I
played-
love it. No,
I
yes.
played way too much Star Wars Galaxies. No,
You can tell them whatever you want. It doesn't have to be true.
I played for 14 hours
We're
straight, and I was
performers.
bragging about it as a kid. Also, I played a lot of Dance
That's a
Dance
long
Revolution too.
time.
I was
Oh, are
amazing.
you sick
I won
at it?
I won a competition.
Fucking nerd.
Oh,
I won
can
a
we go to Cider King? I think they got some of
Fucking
those.
nerd.
I want to see it.
I won. It's super good for your legs, dude. But I won. I won.
It's like being like, yo, you drink all this calm, you'll get so buff, dude.
What? No. Cum doesn't make you buff, dude.
Yeah, it's full of protein. Am I really fucking
I'm sorry
breaking
he wants
new
to
ground
double
with you
cum
right
so
now?
No, because you're saying, dude, you already get it. Anyway,
Unable to see how cool it is that you were really good at a thing.
I was one of the 3 people that entered into the competition at Ulster County Fair, and I won that shit. And
Nice.
I won a pad and the game that I already had. And I was like, I don't fucking need this fucking shit. I already fucking have it. So I gave an old version to a friend. I was like, I want the new one.
There you
It
go.
was the same thing. It was just a copy.
But you gave him the old.
Darkness. Let's go to Darkness. And I remember I remember when this happened to me, I told my friend James, he's the one that died of a drug overdose. He goes, oh, honey, so dark. He loved dark stuff. He was all into like dark, getting fucked. He was really in the dark. He was a poet. So
Oh,
Yeah,
so they would
so
have
you
loved
could
my
have saved a lot of words.
he would have loved it. Yeah, he would. He loved dark comedy. He was fucking so funny. He said some of the funniest things ever. Anyway, so this is back when he was still alive. I was doing a show, and I had just broken up with my girlfriend at the time. I was upset about it because I was like, "Stop doing these things. They're annoying me." And she didn't listen, so I had to dump her. And I hate when I have to dump people. Because it's just, if you just fucking listen. No, it's not. I'm sorry. no, I just said this
I
stuff.
get it.
No, she wanted me around all the time. And I was like, look, dude, I came here to do stand-up comedy. I didn't come here to date you. I'm sorry. Like, that's just the reality of it. Like, I'm not here to see, like, I have a serious, I need to be around you all the time. And also, when we do get together, we're supposed to watch a movie, and I catch you playing Candy Crush every 5 seconds. You just want me around
Yeah.
you. I don't like
Yeah.
that. So I don't like that. So I got annoyed, and then I broke up with her, right? So I was upset though, because I liked her, I think.
Oh my god.
I did. Anyway, so I...
Are you telling a story about me or you?
No,
right now?
me. So I was out at a show, and I was just getting fucking hammered, and then we were at the Grizzly Pear, and I bought Coke from a guy in the street. And
Well, it was a good decision.
and I was like, it was horrible. That was my lesson I never did ever again. He goes, I go, how good is it? He goes, the shit's like fire. I was like, it's like the devil? He goes, it's like the devil. I was like, the devil's cold, man. I said that to him, and he was like, it's really good. And I was like, dude, I'm just fucking with you. So we walked down, $40. Turned out to be fucking flour, like literally flour. Snorted up my nose, ate it all, and I threw it away. I was mad. But then I kept continuing to drink because, you thought you have Coke in your pocket, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
now you don't have the Coke getting you sober enough to continue.
Exactly.
To drink, but you're mad, so you're going to continue to
And
drink.
also, I love sharing. And then one other comic was like, "Can I try some of that Coke you bought?" And I was like, "It was flour to go through it away." So basically, I got mad and I was just like, "I'm going home." So I got in a cab, and he was driving me back to Brooklyn from Manhattan. And on the way there was a strip club right off the exit to where where I lived. And I was like, "You're stopping here." And he goes, "You sure?" And I was like, "Yes." So I went into the strip club, and I was fucking hammered, dude. Like hammered. But I got a stripper's number. I don't know if I texted her the next morning. We talked for like 5 minutes. She stopped talking to me.
I've gotten many a stripper's number.
Exactly. It's for.
I impregnated one once.
That is fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
That's terrifying.
He's dead. You know, my comedy career is better.
He got what is this fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger from Junior? You got a guy pregnant?
No.
Oh, why did you say he's dead?
Because he was a boy. My son was a boy.
Oh,
That makes it funnier. Not the stripper that I impregnated died.
yeah.
I'm sure she's, I don't know, doing some nonsense somewhere. Still
doing
doing something.
She's
but-
going strong.
No,
She's
no,
teaching actual dance.
My son died. Not to step on your.
It's cool, dude. Mine's about to get worse.
I'm excited for it.
Okay. I've told this story before, so I'm going to tell you another story after we stop recording because I don't want it to be on the thing. So it's actually, I think, way funnier. So go to the strip club.
It's way funnier. Here's the less funny story.
I hung out a lot. I hung out so long that like I knew who the new girl was. I was like, they're making her wipe the pole. You know, that's how long I was in the strip club. And then I tried to get a private dance, and it was like they didn't have private rooms. It was just you were just over there. Some girls like, "We're private." I'm like, "No, it's not." "Well, how is this more money?" So I was just like, "This is stupid. I'm leaving." I was very hammered. I kept continuing the strip club. As I'm going home, I look over because bodegas in New York City. This was before Uber and Lyft. If Uber and Lyft existed, this wouldn't have happened to me. Because I could just go. When they came out for drunk people, it was awesome. You go boop, and a car shows up and drives you. Your ass fucking drunk asshole. But with this one, you had to go find a cab. You couldn't find one. So at bodegas, they always had black car numbers.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go. So I walk over. It's a porn store. No, I don't want that. So then I turn around. Some lady in a car said, "Excuse me, sir, do you need a ride?" And I was like, "Are you a cab person?" She goes, "Yeah, get in." I got in. She turns around, starts grabbing my cock.
Good selling point.
And then she's like, "Ooh, your fucking cock is so full." Because you're in New York, you know? She fucking cock is.
I like that you're miming over Stevie.
But dude, she had like a deep Staten Island, like, "You fucking over here," you know? And so I was just like, this has never happened to me before, so okay. She drives away, she makes a U-turn, because we're gonna go get money. Most expensive blowjob I've ever pretty much had. She's like, "It's $200. She's in New York, yeah. $200. And I was like, "All right, let's go to an ATM." Does a U-turn, get pulled over by police. And she goes, "Just say you're my friend." And I'm like, "What friend sits in the back seat?" So I was just like, "No, just fucking say you're giving me a ride home." The cops knew. They were probably just like, "You made an illegal turn." Fucking, and I was just like, "Yeah, we're friend," or whatever. And then we leave, we go to an ATM. She finds a spot on the side of the road, like literally on the side of the road, like between parked cars. Like she parallel parked to do this. Like, and then she just fucking puts the seat back, and then she's like, "Take it out, fucking guy," you know, because she's from New York, you know. And basically, she starts going to town. And I said, before we even started, "Are we gonna use protection?" I fucking said it, and she goes, "Oh, honey, one time I got gonorrhea or some shit. It was gone in a week." And I was like, "All right." So she starts blowing me, and she goes, "Stay away from my pussy. I have an infection right now." And I was like, "Ew." She goes, "You can play with my asshole though." So Sorry, Mom. I stuck my finger in her butt, and she had lube in there already. She was pre-packaged like a Lunchable. Like she was ready to go. And honestly, what the best. I was so drunk, and like this is back when I was smoking cigarettes. My dick would never work if I was drunk. Something, just the power. I don't know. She was fucking good at it, dude. And then
So you're just slurping that $200 worth of energy right out of your day.
So then I came in her mouth, and I'll never forget this. She puts the seat back up. It's quiet, super awkward, you know. She's just sitting there, and all of a sudden, just the door opens, and you hear bing, 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 because of the alarm for the door being open. Bing, bing. I was like, oh, God. Shuts the door. So what do you want to do? So we started talking. She's like, shave your balls next time, honey. I'll suck your balls. And I was just like, all right. I was like, and I started just like making fun of her for some reason. I don't know why. She liked it though. She started being like, you fucking ball busted. I was like, New York. She's from New York.
Yeah.
She's from New York. You know?
Yeah.
So basically, we were like, let's hang out for a little bit. I don't know, man. So we went to a store and bought cigarettes. And I'm giving you little bits of clues to something, a twist in the end, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
The guy looked at her and was like, for a second, and I was so hammered. I was like, yeah, she is pretty fucking tall. So basically, we just smoked cigarettes. She was like, I was cracking jokes. I told her I was a comedian. She goes, you're pretty fucking funny, you know. I like the Mets or whatever. I don't know. So basically, she was like, I'll suck your dick again for free. And I was like, yeah. This time we pull into like an area, and I'm not coming in the slightest, not even really getting hard. She's fucking going at it, like, and she's just like, baby, you're gonna. I'm like, shh, yes, you know. When they're like, when someone's blowing you, and they're like, are you sure it's gonna? Yes, stop. You just reversed it. You just set people
now
back.
Now I'm thinking about thinking about time coming. Yeah.
It's like when. Anyway, so I was definitely hard at one point, and then a fucking cop car drove by, and I went, oh, and I fucking came. I was turned on by like the fucking danger, dude. Like,
yeah.
And I was just like, whoa, now I know that about me. Great. You know, Jesus. And then guess what? And then a whole other ding, 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 ding. One of those again. Closed the door. We hung out. She was like, next time we hang out, you should fuck me in the ass. And I was like, why can't I fuck you in the pussy? Why is there so much ass stuff? And then she calls me an Uber to pick me up. She didn't even drive me the fuck home. We're in her car. I was like, just drive me home. But she calls me an Uber. She's like, I'm friends with this fucking guy. I'm like, okay. I go home, and literally the next day I was like, I'm ashamed that I did that, you know? Mm-hmm. And it was my roommate had actually left to go to Japan, so I was just like in this place by myself, and I just was so hungover. I was just jerking off because I was so hungover
and shameful.
Yes. And then the day after, I had 2 days off in a row. That's probably why I went nuts. And the next day, the second day, I woke up and I was like, yo, this really fucking hurts. And I took discharge, peeing, because I felt like peeing glass. I was like, fuck. So then I went to work, and I didn't have enough time the next day to go get it fixed. Mm-hmm. So I had like a gonorrhea infection, and I was like, James, and I told my friend James, he was like, oh honey. He like loves when I did stuff. He's like, so dark. He loved when I did stuff like that. But years later, I was on the phone with my friend Rob talking about it, and then as I was talking and listing all these details, I went, that was a dude. That was definitely a man. Best blowjob ever. No pussy, you can't go near it. He's already fucking get fucked in the ass. There's no pimp, dude. It was just fucking him out in the fucking middle of 2:30 to 3 in the morning in a dangerous area. Yeah. Fucking the guy goes in to fucking buy she goes in to buy cigarettes. The guy's like, who? She's super fucking tall. She's got a deep voice, like, yeah, fuck yeah. Definitely a man.
Oh my god. Well,
Pre-packaged like a Lunchable.
Pre-packaged like a Lunchable. Oh
Is that
man.
gonna be the title of this episode?
If this is pre-packaged like Lunchables, for sure gonna be the title of this episode. But are you yanking my dick right now? Are you fucking telling me you haven't done that on stage?
No, because no one's gonna. I'm telling you, man.
That's incredible. What are you talking
we are
about?
also. Yes, that's fair.
That's so fucking funny and good.
That's like a. They know me. They like me. You know what I'm talking about?
It's a closer for your first special kind of thing.
It's also super embarrassing. All right, want me to tell you another story?
Okay. Anyway.
Oh wait, turn it off.
Thanks, guys.
Oh yeah.
Ow. Wow.
That was incredible. Anyway,
yeah.
Fucking. Alright. Well, this has been a fucking gas. Yeah, you
It's
know.
not a Heil Hitler. I'm saying
Like, like Auschwitz. It's been a gas.
Auschwitz?
What did I say?
I don't know.
Oh, really quickly, I had an idea for a character. I can't. Someone's gonna steal it. Go ahead. It's that good. It's that
Oh,
good.
we're leaving so many mysteries
It's that
for you
good.
guys.
It's that good, dude.
We're like a David Lynch film.
Tune in
We're
next
creating
week.
more questions than we're providing answers for.
What does it mean to you?
Right. Well, our production's going to be slightly better next time, maybe. Anyway, love you, squad. Bye.